Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I want to show you today on the best way to submit your employment record to IRCC, that is the Canadian government for immigration, whenever you want to submit your application after the invitation to apply. And sometimes people get rejection, or sometimes some folks get what is called additional document request, and also sometimes the immigration officer can conduct a reference check, and this can delay your application. So this video we're going to help you to avoid any delay and to sometimes eliminate reference check and additional document request. So if you need to, there is a way, the best way to get this done and to make the job of the immigration officer very easy, so that there will be no need to do any reference check. If there will be any need for reference check, it's going to be minimal, right? So you have to provide this document as a proof of your employment record. So the first thing is you have to get a letter from your present and previous organization where you've worked, the present and the previous one. If you've worked in several organizations in the past, whether 2 or 3, depending on how many employment record you have in your express entry form when you were creating the form, or when you were before you submit your form. And so you have to provide employment record, letter, and document for each of your job title you enter into the express entry portal. So you have to get reference letter from each of them. And also I will also advise, usually IRCC will only ask you to submit reference letter from your employer. But to make the job of the immigration officer and decision makers on your application, to make their job very easy, I will advise that you add your appointment letter, or it could be a memo, it could be an email that you receive as your appointment letter when you were employed in that organization. Also, if you have your confirmation letter or email or memo, you can also, I will advise that you also attach this. Also, if you have your promotion letter, if you have been promoted from one position to the other, for example, you joined the organization as HR officer or IT officer, but you have moved from the IT officer to IT specialist, or to project manager, or from HR officer, you've moved to HR manager, or you join the organization as account receivable assistant, and you have moved to account officer or financial analyst. So you have to, if you have any of those, it could be an email, a memo. You can also add that. If you have moved from one organization to another, you will advise also you submit, you attach a resignation letter or a memo, or it could be an email that was sent to the HR or to the management that you are leaving the organization. Then also, if you have the acknowledgement letter from HR acknowledging your resignation, or it could be from HR, it could be from any designated person, and it could be an email, it could be a memo. So you can also attach that. And also, I will also advise that you attach at least 3 months pay slip or pay sub, whatever it is called in your country or in your organization. At least make sure you attach at least 3 months of this document. You can merge. You have to merge them as a single file and upload them to to your portal when you are submitting your application. So for you to get this done, I have a demonstration of something that I can show you how to get this done, how to get this achieved. And if you are able to combine all of this, because by the time the officer is making decision on your application, you will not be there to defend your appointment letter or to defend the reference letter that was issued from that organization. So it will make the job of the immigration officer or decision maker to be you make their job easier when you are able to. You make their job easy if you are able to submit all of these documents to the officer that will be reviewing your application. So if you are able to submit any of this, if you can access them, we advise that you do that when you are submitting your application. So for instance, I have this screenshot here of appointment letter of if you have resume, you can attach to it also. If you have confirmation letter from the HR, your payslip, your promotion letter, your resignation letter, and the acknowledgement letter from the organization if you move from company A to company B. And in my previous video, I've shown you how to, there are some PDF, online PDF resources, PDF editor that you can leverage on to get this done. So you can use any of these tools online to merge all of this document, because you have only one placeholder where you attach your employment record for each position you've created in your Express entry. So if you are merging all of this, let me show you a tool that you can use to merge all of this together as a file, and ensure that the single file is not more than 4 MB. The single file is not more than 4 MB. 4 MB is it's better to be less, but it should not be more than 4 MB, 4 megabytes. So ensure you have you note that when you upload your document. So like I said, this online tools, just go to pdf.togo.com. You can actually use something like this if you don't have application like Adobe Pro or Adobe Acrobat PDF Professional to manage your PDF file. You can use something like this. Like this is to merge documents. I can actually drag and drop each of those files into this portal. I'll just highlight them from my system and drag and drop all of them. So these are the files that I want to merge. The files are loading. They're going to show up here so that you can see them. So you basically, and you can remove anyone. So the first thing I will advise you to put at the first one should be the reference letter from the organization. So you put the reference letter first, then followed by every other document, like maybe the appointment letter, the promotion letter, resignation letter, if you have them. Then you can put the PDF or the payslip to be the last. So you can use these tools to rearrange them the way you want them. You can also put your CV, though not mandatory. You can just attach your CV at the last page, but not necessary anyway. So when you are done with arranging all of these documents, when you are done, you can just click on save. So I'm just going to click on save. Once you are done, you can just come here and click on save. So it's going to download this file for us. and you will see that all of them is going to, they're going to come as a single file. So, and in case by the time we download them, like, okay, all of this now from here, you can see that it's just 216 kilobytes. So if it's more than 4 MB, you can come back to the same free